Try again. All right. I thought I fixed it. Dag on it. There we go. How's that? Is that better? Can you hear me now? Good to see you. Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. I do that every week, man. I recorded something early. I turned my mic off. But this time I remembered I just hit the wrong button. I had my cameras in the way of my screen there. And yeah, well, anyway, we got it now. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. It's Sunday Night Charts with your host, Jim Pierce. All right, guys, there's the hype. Welcome, guys. Good to see you. All right. Thanks for letting me know about the no sound. I can't stand it when I do that. I thought I had it right. All right. Well, anyway, let's jump into the Bitcoin chart. Is there a crash coming? I don't know, but I'm going to show you what to look for when if one's coming. I've got an idea. I've got a couple of counts that take us down. Hey, Jay, good to see you, buddy. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, Jay. Johnny English, what's up, buddy? And there's a guitarist. Play us some music, man. Play some music, buddy. Hey, Jen. What's up, bud? Good to see you. How's life in the Philippines going? All right. Well, we're going to look at Bitcoin here. We're going to see if there's a downward count coming. We didn't get the rally that I was expecting last week, though we did get a bit of a fake rally. Didn't go as high as I expected. Let me show you what I'm looking for. But we did get the move I was looking for. Just didn't go as high as I expected. So let's see what's coming up now. I'll show you the counts in the waves, and we'll see what's going on. Don't forget, I'm not here to give you financial advice. I'm an Elliott wave trader, guys. I look at the market through a lens of 5s and 3s. We put those together, applying Elliott wave theory, understanding the structures that we see to predict where price might be headed, what direction it might be going, and what to expect. We have entire trading strategies developed around Elliott wave to keep us in good risk management. So anyway, make sure, guys, that you guys are you're not, any idea that I present to you, they're just ideas. We understand that as Elliott wave traders. We understand that wave structures are these are our interpretation of the waves, right? But there's multiple interpretations, and I'm going to show you how I look at the market. I'm going to show you how I see the waves developing, but I'm going to show you what to watch for so you can know if, when it's invalidated. So that's what we're going to look for. What's up, Mr. Topher? Topher, good to top her. I don't know how to say your name, but what's up? Good evening to you. Delta Pope, hello. It's good to see you. And all right. And there's Bag Holder. What's up, buddy? He didn't say hi to you. And Dave Ferrara. Hey, buddy. All right, I think I've said hi to everybody that said hi to me. Moonboy counts on the way, Keith, as always. As well as the Bear Boy count. So let's jump into the charts, guys. Let's look at Bitcoin, see what's going on. We'll start on the higher time frames, work our way down to the smaller time frames. All right, what's happening? Not a lot's happened since last week. And I expected a move up last week, didn't get it. I'm still looking for a potential move up this week, maybe. But I'll show you what I'm looking for. But wave structure sucks right now. It really does. Kind of. Excuse me, I gotta fix my shorts there. There we go. Wave structure's kind of sucky right now, and it's kind of going sideways. We got all these candles on the daily, just kind of going sideways in this range. I hate when price does that. I mean, for the last how many weeks here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not weeks, but days. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're kind of trickling to the downside here, kind of, sort of. So, it's looking super bearish, at least for another move to the downside, potentially. But we'll see what's happening. What's up, Sean Silvestro? What's up, buddy? Lucas? Hey, man. What's up, going? Mr. Farahil. What's up, bud? Good to see you. All right, guys. I'm going to kind of ignore the chat, get some ideas rocking here. So let's jump in. Again, not financial advice, just showing you how I look at the market. All right. With that said, let's jump in and see what I'm seeing. Okay. All right. So we've got a couple of problems with this chart, and some things we need to pay attention to. But one of the things is that this is just taking forever, right? And so this wave right here looks finished. Okay, so the way this keeps going and taking a long time, this wave is looking, this upside wave looks finished and looks like we're beginning a reversal. That this was a top, a local top. Okay, so I would expect. I'm interpreting this top as an expanded flat. Okay, that's the way I'm interpreting the wave. So I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that way. That move right there is 3 waves, and then I'm looking at this move up to here as 3 waves. What we expect to see is a 5-wave move. Okay, a 5-wave impulse wave to the downside after that, and that's what we're looking for. Okay, now in order to trade that, we're looking for an entry short. The market really hasn't given us much of an entry short in this little area. I'm looking for a spike to the high to take out the liquidity that's developed here. So there's a lot of liquidity up here at these 2 levels here that have developed, and I'm looking for a spike to that area to finish off what I believe is some kind of a 3-wave move to the upside. Okay, so I'm looking for a potential 3-wave move here. Okay, and I'm looking for this to kind of go up potentially. We'll look at that in just a little bit, but we get some kind of a move and a fake rally back to the upside, retesting the highs, I'm personally looking for a dump after that, something pretty big and heavy. Now, it's not going to happen in one day or anything. It's going to take time. It's going to happen in waves. So you'll get an initial wave. You'll get a pullback. You'll get some initial waves. You might even get a 1-2, 1-2 before it falls off the cliff. Okay, but I would think we'd retest 20K, no problem, on a move like that. And we might even go on down to 15K or retest this low even. It's possible. But that's kind of what I'm expecting, or at least that's a count that I'm looking for to play out in the market. I'm looking at this as a flat. Okay. Now, how this comes down is anybody's guess. I can't predict that. Okay, I'm not here to know or understand exactly how this is going to come down. I just know that where we are is I'm looking for 5 waves to the downside. This looks like an initial wave that may or may not be finished. I would love to see from right where we are this play out, and I'm going to show you a wave structure that I'm expecting this to play out sideways and develop this week, and then develop into a crash maybe next week or the week after. So I'll show you what I'm seeing, but I am looking for a pretty heavy crash potentially. At least it's one idea coming in the coming weeks. Okay, it sometimes things just take a lot longer than you expect to develop. Okay, so this is taking longer to develop than I expect. But we're watching the wave, and every week we're keeping track of the wave structure. So I'll show you what I'm expecting in here based on that. But my main count right now, my main interpretation here is that's 3, and this is 5. Okay, and that's it. That's 5 waves to the upside, and it's done. Okay, now I am expecting a bit of a pump and dump here tonight and then tomorrow potentially. I'll show you that in just a minute. But anyway, I am looking at this. So that's the finished 3 waves. I'm looking at this now as a potential 3-wave move to the downside, and that could take us down over the next several months into the end of the year. We might be crashing hard into the end of the year and the beginning of 2024. Okay, so and I'm calling for a retest of the lows. We don't have to break the lows, but I would expect a 90% retrace. I'm guessing we're going to get a 90% retrace. So I would say a minimum. Well, I mean, it could come shallower than 90%, but I'm guessing a kind of a heavy move to the downside. So I wouldn't mind seeing 17,500, 17,400 range. Would not mind seeing those $17,000 mark roughly. Okay, it could totally hit the low again, or even take the low out. But I'm not expecting a major breakthrough in price from here. I'm not expecting major if it breaks the low, I'm expecting it to just break it and then come back into the range with a V-shaped recovery. So the wave structure that I'm expecting would be a 3-wave move in the form of a flat, where this is your wave A, all of that is your wave B, and then we look for a rally back up to 50K. Okay, next year into 2024, potentially we get a rally, and it'll be a false rally, it'll be a fake rally. Okay, it'll be a some kind of a 3, 4, 5 month rally that takes us back up here before we have another bearish year or so. Okay, so that's an idea of wave structure that we're looking at potentially. So this is a bearish look intermittently or in the near term. Okay, this is a bearish look where we come down here and then we come up. And the reason I like this and I'm digging into this is because of this wave structure up here. This wave structure up here is really pointing to this as a strong potential. Okay, so I think this is a very valid idea, and it's very, very strong potential. Okay, what else could it be? What else could be happening? My bullish count, okay, my bullish count has us, we're not finished with this wave. We have more to go to the upside. So my bullish count, which is my secondary count here, says, hey, this is an A, this is B, looking for C to get back up here. I like 43K, roughly 44K. I would really like to see it break this high right here and take out this liquidity, but I don't know if it's got the mustard to do that. 48K is a nice idea. But the way I would count the C wave in that scenario is that this would be 1, 2. That's wave 3 right there. This is wave 4. Okay, and now we're in the middle of an extended wave 5, where 5, the 5th wave, is going to have 5 waves of its own. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, something like that, right? Where we get kind of some straight up moves, goes up pretty hard from here, okay, and eventually hits the targets that we've been expecting for the market to hit since November of last year. But I've kind of abandoned my idea up to 50K immediately, because this wave structure, the way this is playing out, seems to be indicating that it's a good chance that we're not going up here. I was expecting a much faster move to the upside, and this wave structure is just not providing the speed and volatility to the upside that I was expecting in this wave. Certainly it had glimmers of speed and volatility, no doubt, but it's just stalling out, and it's not acting in the way that I would expect it. Now, it doesn't mean that it can't go up. It just means that I have a feeling that we're going to go down and hit the lows again first before we go and hit these highs and retest these levels. So, that's potential. Okay, that's real potential. Now, a very bullish count says, hey, listen, we had something finish here. This is This is a lot of trash. Maybe that's a triangle or something. I don't think that's a triangle, but I'm just saying, let's just say it was. And this began something. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 waves right there. And now we've gotten an A. We got a B. We're waiting on C to finish. And this is basically a 1, 2. Okay. Once C finishes, once C finishes, then we would expect the market to continue pumping to the upside, and then maybe even go out and take out the lows. So that may mean this dump that we're getting ready to enter into may drag out. Okay, it may come down here and then come back up. So this could form a flat right here. Then we could come back up and then come back down and drag out over the next year. Okay, this could really take a lot longer here to play out down here as an accumulation zone, where you get a 1 and a 2, and then we look for this to somewhere in the middle of 2024 into 2025 start moving to the upside. 1, 2, 3. and then that's when we go to moon, somewhere in the 2025 time frame. Okay, so that's your moon boy count right there. That's the moon boy count. Now, what we have playing, I don't know exactly, but what I do is those are ideas now based on the wave structure that we're seeing. And so what I try to then do is just go into the smaller time frame and try to work out, okay, what's going to happen next. We just take it wave by wave, okay? We take it wave by wave. So let's identify what we have on the screen. In my opinion, I think this is a flat. We got 3 waves to the upside, we got 3 waves to the downside, and 5 waves right to here. You say, Jim, how do you count that as 5 waves? Well, easy. 1 and a 2. It's a really shallow 2 here. 3. We got a complex and sideways 4 with an ending diagonal 5 hit the high, and that is a flat right there. That's the 5 wave move. That's a C wave of this expanded flat, which is a B wave of the larger move. A, there's B, and now we're looking for C. Again, C we expect to be 5 waves. Okay, so now we need to dig into this wave. That's the next step. We dig into this wave, and we see what is the count. How can we count this trash? How do we interpret what we're seeing on the chart here? Okay, so let's now move into the small time frame, and let's do some work here on this particular wave and catch ourselves up, and then we'll look at even the smaller time frame, and I'll show you what I see there. Okay. You guys doing okay in the chat? Yep, you guys are quiet. You guys are just watching carefully, aren't you? All right, there's 38 of you here, 14 likes. Let's balance those out, guys. Hit like for me if you would. Let YouTube know other people should be watching. Okay. All right. Now, here's Mr. Farrahill. Could we go to 33K? I don't have a count for that right now, though. I mean, obviously it's possible, but I'm not seeing a viable count that I like. I'll look at it a little bit more carefully, but let's keep rocking here. On this wave right here. So how do we interpret what's happening here? Okay, well, we have here we've got here a wave 1 and a 2 right there. Now we've got 1, 2. This is maybe 3 here. We got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ending diag 5. There's the end of wave 3 right there. Okay. So and now we've got 3, 3, 3. That's the end of wave 4, and I think that's the end of wave 5. I think that's a way to finish this count for 5 waves. I think that's a good count for 5 waves right there. Okay. Now, what do you do with the rest of this? Well, the really bearish look at this, okay, the really bearish look says this was A, that's B, that's C. That's it. That's ABC. That's done. That's your retrace. That is all you get. In other words, this is wave 1. This is wave 2. We have now begun a wave 3 now. We are in the process of a very large and fast impulse to the downside, potentially. That's the bearish look. That this was a trashy flat here as a retrace of wave 2, and it sucks, and that's all you get. So that's a retrace wave 2 of wave 1, I should say. Okay, so that's number 1. I don't think. Normally wave 2 is a lot deeper than that, and especially when you have a reversal, usually you get a retest. So I imagine that it's more likely that we come up and retest these upper areas. I've been looking for a retest of this area, though. We're not guaranteed to get that. But I personally have been looking for wave structure that takes us up here, okay? And so how could we get up here based on the current wave structure? How could we get up to this range based on what's happening right here? Well, let me show you what I see. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So what I see here is I see an impulse wave there. And then I have a 3-wave move and then a 3-wave move. Okay. Now I'm looking for a potential 5 waves here. You got kind of a sideways wave too. That probably means we're going to get something up here that goes kind of quick and fast and powerful. Okay. And it's going to look like 3 waves, and it might do something like, it might do something like this. Okay. And that's going to be a 5-wave move. Okay. So if we get something like that, then I'm looking at this as A, B, C. Okay. And then I would look for a hit to the low. Okay. So we look for a hit to the, and what that would provide is an A, a B, and a C. Okay. Now what that would do here is that would give you an A wave flat. That would give you a zigzag B. All right. And then we'd be looking for a C wave back to the upside. And that's how we could be getting a complex correction here that takes us up, down, up. Okay. It takes us up, and everybody thinks we're going up. They stop, hunt the low, take out this liquidity, and then boom, take it back up. And it's an expanded flat, okay? And we end up taking out the liquidity up here at 31K, something like that. Okay, that's a way this wave structure could play out. That's really, really possible. In which case, you would expect after that this thing to reject. Okay, and continue to the downside. Now it wouldn't go straight down, okay? Again, it would go down in waves. You'd have a wave that comes down. You'd have a 3-wave pullback that comes back up, and it would continue on. Now it's impossible to know what these waves would look like, okay? But we know that it would begin in waves, okay? It would go down in impulse wave, okay? 5 waves in wave 3 of C, okay? But ultimately, the overall shape is looking like that. So this is my main count. I am actually long for this move right now, waiting on this to play. If it's going to play, I hope it does. Sorry. So I'm hoping I get a pump up here tonight. Gets us up here. Let's get a target for that. Let me kind of clear the screen a little bit. I'm going to draw this a little nicer for you. Okay, so I want to see A, B, and C. Let's pull the fibs on that guy. Let's see what we get here. Nope, not those fibs. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. Now what? I'd look for the 1618 extension here. Hit to the high, take out this area right there. That's a wonderful target right there. Let's see what else could be the target here. You got the golden zone just above the 1618 right there at 29.6 range. So that's a really nice target zone right here, right there, between 29.5 and 29.6, somewhere in there. That's a nice target for that zone. And then I would look for a downward move. I would look for that to reject and begin a downward facing wave. Okay, that's going to finish in ABC. Okay, on this B wave. So I look for something like this. This is A. All of that would be B. Then I'd be looking for a C wave. And then back up. redraw that. A. There's B. Looking for C. So we need to see if this wave is gonna impulse up here for us and come here and take that high out. I hope it does. I think that's the way it looks to me. So that would be forming, guys, an expanded flat in here, and that would get us up here and finally taking this liquidity and ready for a downward move. And the overall count here would be a wave 1 to right here, and then this would be wave 2. Okay. Wave 2 to here, okay, and we'd begin wave 3 after that. Okay, there it is. There's my main idea for you. It looks super plausible. So far, so good on my trade right now. It's to the upside. Let's see if it continues. They tried to stop hunt me. We'll see if it continues here. Let's look at the very, very small time frame. Just kind of look at this wave structure, see what else could be played. What else could this be doing here? Yeah, it kind of looks like a leading diag with a 3-wave pullback, and now a continuation move. Nice. Looks very possible. Looks also like a little flat here, which would take it down. That's the bearish count here. If this, come on. If that's 3 waves right there, then that points to the downside. But I doubt that count. I do. I doubt that count. Okay, how are you guys doing? You guys doing okay? Wonder where Kimosabi is tonight. I'm missing him. And Seth, I wonder where they are. So, all right, guys. Well, let's see what else. That's basically what I'm seeing for Bitcoin, guys. Here, I'm expecting. I am expecting the downward count. If this thing continues to pump to the upside, then we're gonna have to reevaluate the count. But I think all of this is pointing to a corrective move. That is going to end up. We're going to end up getting this false rally later on this week into a dump in the coming weeks. Oh, hey, buddy, good to see you, man. Glad you're here. And no worries, bud. No worries, man. I don't think you've Chemo. I don't think you've ever missed a live stream since you started moderating my lives. I can't remember a time where you've missed. So. Appreciate you, buddy. All right. Let's look at what we're going to do now. Is we've looked at Bitcoin. I've kind of worked my way through the counts there and what I'm expecting. At least one of the main ideas that I'm expecting. And then let's see how that plays out. Okay. And let's look at Ethereum now and some of the rest of the charts and see what wave structure they're pointing to. And see if there's an overall correlation of the charts. Okay. Okay. So you kind of got on Ethereum, you've got the same idea working here on the 4 hour. If you check it out, you kind of got the same kind of flat. You've got this move down, and then you've got this 3, 3, 5 right here that finished there. So now we're expecting some kind of a bigger move to the downside. Okay. So this is looking good, right? This is looking good. That same macro count is kind of showing itself in the Ethereum count as well. So it's at least one way to look at that chart where you've got an A there. This is B. It's a flat, and then we're looking at C coming down here. Okay, and we're looking for 5 waves in C. So when we zoom in on the C wave that's being developed, we say, okay, well, what's happening? What's happening in there? Okay, so we've got 3 waves to the upside, 3 waves to the downside. Now I'm looking for 5 waves here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if this pumps up here and gives us 5 waves, and that makes a flat here. Let's see if we get that flat, and then it brings this down, and now we got an A, B, C. Same thing we're looking for in Bitcoin. Okay, right. And so you got this flat here, 3 waves. Then we got this move here, 3 waves. We'd be looking for 5 after that. So the same kind of count playing out, or at least potential, playing out for Ethereum. And that becomes a wave 1. And then all that becomes a wave 2. And we'd be looking for a downward move. So yeah, this thing, I think there were people looking for this to be like a 3-wave move to the downside, and looking for a continuation here. After that big move, there were people looking for continuation. Well, they took that low out, and they keep kind of taking it down. It makes you feel like it's never going to stop, right? So basically, when it does stop and goes up, it screws everybody up out of their shorts. Okay, stop hunts the people who were short from up there. Boom, gets people turning long again, right? And then it comes down, and that just becomes boom, 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 or this boom, 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 like that. All these bears have been drawing imaginary lines. A simple check on the sentiment of BTC shows it is not going down as much as these guys want it to. Oh my. So number 1, I'm not a bear. Number 2, I analyze wave structure, and I draw these lines that you see based upon Elliott wave concepts and ideas. The market goes up and down. It hunts liquidity. It goes up and down in ways that you don't expect. It takes out lows and takes out highs, makes it look like it's going one way and reverses and goes the other. So at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty bullish. I gave a count. I don't even know if you paid attention to the count, or if you just came in the middle of the live stream. There's this awesome Bible verse that says, "A fool answers a matter before he hears it." And so you heard what one idea that I have some lines going to the downside on my screen, and you kind of jump in and kind of make a comment. All these bears draw imaginary lines. I'm not drawing imaginary lines. I'm depicting wave structure. I don't know. It seems like he is. It seems like a comment that I would get from somebody that's trolling, that doesn't have any way of really listening to knowledge or understanding of liquidity and Elliott wave and how they go together. I'm just sharing ideas here. So yeah, these are definitely imaginary lines that I'm just kind of drawing randomly on the chart. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I get tired of ignorance. Ignorance is so it's so overwhelmingly just, what's the word? It's just tiresome. Ignorant people making ignorant comments, right? So yeah. All right. Anyway, we'll keep rocking here. So yeah, short term guys, I would love to see a pump up to about 25.6 here. My main idea is a pump here to about 29.6, something like that range, 29.5. Come down, hit the low, take out the liquidity on the upper liquidity, take out the lower liquidity, and then we pump. We pump and we take out the major liquidity that's sitting up here. Okay, so that's my main idea. And basically, guys, that's a flat. That's a flat in the market. So anyway, that's what I'm looking for. Thanks, guys. I will show some grace here. I apologize for even giving that guy 2 seconds of my time. All right, so yeah, that's hopefully you guys kind of understand that, and you can kind of see the similarity we have rocking here in the Ethereum chart. So hopefully we're going to get a pump, and this range right here, they're going to pump out of here and break that, and then take it up pretty good. Yeah, that's kind of where I am, BG. That's kind of exactly where I am. I got a scalp long tonight until about 29.5 range. If we get it, you know, I'm currently in profit, but we'll see. But I'd like a move here that I would love to see this play out as a nice short to take the lows out sometime this week. Could be over the next several days we start trending to the downside. Okay, there it is. We've looked at Ethereum, we've looked at Bitcoin. Let's take a peek at XRP and say, what in the world is XRP doing? Because, man, I tell you what, I expected XRP to kind of come up and retest. It was really looking, like it needed to come up here. But man, it's frustrating, to be honest with you. Very, very shallow retrace of this wave here. So what's happening? What's happening here? What's happening in here? Well, let's zoom out just a little bit and just kind of take a peek here. We had a breakout. Obviously, right? We had a pump. But what happens in these pumps? Well, if you'll notice this one right here, okay, this one right here, we had an initial three-wave move that came down. Okay, that three-wave move came down, followed by a three-wave move back up, and then it continued, you know, to the downside. And so that's kind of what's rocking right now. This fractal right here, okay, where you have an initial move down, boom, okay, got an initial move down, boom, okay, got a three-wave pullback, okay, got a three-wave pullback right there, okay, and now it started to come down in another three-wave move there. We got kind of a three-wave working here, okay. You're gonna get a larger retrace before it comes down again. So kind of a fractal right there, I would say, and you get the same idea right here. Okay, so I'm looking for some kind of a rally, which you know, up down up, right? Some kind of a three-wave rally this week potentially, or in the coming weeks here, before a bigger move to the downside. Okay. Yeah, there's a pretty strong hidden bull on the chart, Sean. Absolutely. They can take that hidden bull out, no doubt, but there is hidden bullish divergence here on XRP. So I was expecting to move back to the upside last week, to be honest with you, and then down. We did not get that move, so no worries. So let's just zoom out here on the 8 hour. Okay, what could XRP be doing? Well, XRP kind of moves differently. It moves weird, right? It makes these big straight up pumps, and then it'll consolidate. You know, right? I mean, you can just and it consolidates in different ways, right? So you know. Well, like we had this straight up pump right here, and then all of a sudden this thing just boom. We had a really, really fast move back to the upside, and then all the way down. Took out all of the liquidity down here before it started pumping again. So, you know, I mean, this thing could totally just kind of shoot up and then just shoot down, something like that. Just like this wave right there, okay? Before, you know, who knows the way it's going to pump. Before it goes up to all-time highs, you know, who knows? if it's going to do that at all. So, but anyway, you can kind of see historically what XRP likes to do. So the fact that this thing just broke out straight up, it doesn't mean it's going to continue straight up from here. It doesn't mean that at all. It doesn't mean it can't or it won't. It just means that, you know, we really got to watch the liquidity zone here of XRP. XRP has a tendency to retest the breakouts. Okay, to come all the way back down to this zone here. To retest this area before she'll start moving back to the upside. So again, I am looking for a pretty big dump to the market in Bitcoin, XRP. I'm looking for a pretty strong move, but this may take time. It may take quite a while. So we could get some kind of a pump here straight up, and then this take time to come on down. This may take the rest of the year, depending on how sideways they want to go with this. Okay, they could take this down really sideways before they come down and retest these levels. Okay, so just we have to watch Bitcoin and how it moves, and Ethereum, and just kind of keep track of the wave structure. But there is hidden bull on this chart, guys. But you know, you can't always try. I mean, I think a rally's coming, but I don't think it's gonna go up and make a new high. I don't think it's gonna come up here and make another high. I think it's gonna be a three-way pullback and then another continuation down. That's what I'm thinking for XRP. That's my main thoughts there. Okay. I don't think we're quite ready for Moonboy. All the markets, all the Nasdaq, the S&P, things of that nature, they're all looking toppy to me. And you know, as much as I've been a Moonboy up to this point, guys, I've been a Moonboy since, you know, November of last year. I've been calling Moonboy shots. I've been calling, you know, just everything to the upside. But now, as the wave structure has developed to the upside, the wave structure is saying to me, hey, listen, the market has reached this place where it's not going up in the way you thought it was going to go up. It's going up in a different way. It's going up in a more methodical and corrective way. So yes, the markets are going to be going up, but they're going to have large retraces to the downside first. That's what I'm seeing in the wave structure. That's what I believe I'm seeing. That's what I understand. That's what I'm trying to communicate to you guys. Okay. All right. So XRP, I still see corrective moves to the downside coming. Not quite ready for Moonboy yet. So we'll watch and see how that plays out. ADA. Let's look at ADA. Now, ADA here, same kind of thing. You know, we had this pump right here. You know, and I'm not sure what to do with this wave structure here. I'm really not. You know, how do you deal with that? The wave structure here. It kind of looks like a WXY. Best I can tell. This looks like a W to there. There's your X wave, and that looks like a Y wave. Okay, so that looks like a three-wave move to the downside. Okay, to the upside. Okay, it's retesting this move. Now, if that is the case, okay, then what's happening here? Well, I think the same thing. We're going to get three waves to the downside. This may be doing something like this, where you got an initial wave. This is an expanded flat. So we're looking for this rally to come, looking for this rally to happen sometime this week, maybe. Okay, that's what I'm personally looking for, a rally in ADA. Okay, but then a dump back to test these lows out. Okay, to be followed by a move to the upside. All right, that's what I'm expecting. And that would be some kind of a three-wave move, and then maybe a three-wave move again. Unless this wants to go up really steep in 5 waves, which it totally could. Okay, but that's kind of what I'm looking for ADA. So again, all the charts are rhyming. Okay, all the charts are rhyming. They're all pointing to this rally that could be potentially coming. Okay, this rally to the upside that is developing. Okay, so I see this right here as some kind of a move to the upside, and then we got 3 waves to the downside, and now, you know, okay, what's happening here? Well, this is developing. It's developing into a bigger move to the upside, hopefully, something like that. So we're looking for a downward kick, and then boom, an upward move potentially, or it just starts working its way up. But I'd love to see 3 waves like that, and that would be an A, a B, and a C wave. Okay. And then in the grand scheme of things, that would be retesting this wave, and then we'd be looking for, you know, A, oh come on, A, B, and C. All right, so that's the way I'm looking at ADA. Again, that's rhyming. That TA, that wave structure is rhyming with what I'm expecting with Bitcoin as well. All right, how about XLM? XLM has been a thorn in my side, man. I'll tell you what. I don't know that I fully grab XLM, except we've got a 3-wave look here, guys. We got 3 waves. Okay, we're going to hit the low one more time, maybe. And then maybe we get, this becomes a 3-wave move right there before we get a downward move. So I'm looking for this pump, and followed by a larger dump. Again, same kind of thing. Looking for kind of a pump into a potential dump coming soon. Now let me go back to BTC and say, okay, is there any way that this just goes up from here into the C wave just from where we are? Is there any way that that happens? Oh man, I'm not sure. It would have to kind of start. It would have to kind of start going straight up from here. You know, just a really big pump. And I guess what that would be, while I like the count that I just drew there, I hate to get rid of that. Let's do it here. Yeah, let's do it here. Is it possible this could be some kind of ending diag where you've got 1 and that's 2, and this becomes 3, 4, and 5, some kind of really ugly ending diag? I've had that on my chart for a little while, that idea. So in other words, that's kind of a, if we start going up and we break this high here, then all of a sudden we've got this really ugly 3-wave move in wave 3. We'd be looking for a wave, a wave 4 and a wave 5. Another reason to be, to be long in here, because this could go up in some kind of a quicker move to the upside rather than making that flat that I was referring to. Okay? All right, so if XLM, if this is a 3-wave move that's finished, then we may be looking for some kind of a move to the upside like so before we get another down move. Oh, excuse me, but that would be a fake rally as I'm expecting with Bitcoin, and then a downward move. Okay. All right, so there's that. All right, what else? What else could be going on here? Let's see. Let's take a peek at the DXY now. Let me see what you guys are saying, if y'all are saying anything. So yeah. Sorry I missed your comments there for XRP there. Sean, if you want to show me a chart of what you're talking about, I'd be glad to. If you want to send me a chart link in TradingView, I'd be glad to chat about what you're talking about. Excuse me. Okay, let's look at the DXY and the S&P, and I'll show you the way they're looking here. So yeah, this is looking corrective. The ultimate, I'm bearish on the dollar, not bearish, but bullish on the dollar for now, for this wave here to the upside. So I see this going up in waves here, and we could totally flag out in here. In 3 large waves, we could totally flag out before it goes up, in 5. But I'm looking at this as a flat, guys. I'm looking at that as an ABC. Okay, so that's the way I'm thinking about that guy. So I'm bullish on the DXY for now over the next. So what you're going to have to do, you can't send any links in the chat. What you're going to have to do is just copy aftertradingview.com, and it gives you a slash. Copy just the end letters of your chart, and then I'll find it. Okay, all right. So yeah, I'm looking at that as a DXY there. So I'm bullish there. So that means I'm kind of bearish here, guys. I mean, if you'll notice here on the S&P, guys, we have broken the structure to the downside on the daily. It is broken. All right, we have these red candles that we're observing here. It's broken the structure. I'm expecting one more high potentially. So I'm looking for this week or next week remember, I'm looking for that Bitcoin rally, that fake rally. Okay, before we get a dump, well, I'm looking for a kind of rally here as well on S&P right here before a major crash coming. But I do believe we are at the top. Okay, I believe we are at the top, and this is the A wave to here. Okay, and this is a B wave. All right, and I'm looking for the C wave to begin developing now. So that's my take on the S&P, and the Nasdaq is the same thing. We have broken the structure here on the 3-day RSI. All right, so that means this is the bullish momentum is now shifting to bearish. It's at the beginning of a bearish momentum change. The bears have come in. They've broken the structure of the bull momentum, and it's starting to head down. We've got an A wave to here, boom, and this is a nice B wave, looking for wave C to develop now. Okay, now we could go up and hit the high one more time. That would provide some divergence here. All right, and that would be just fine. It doesn't have to do that, but it totally could. But guys, to me, this is an area to be thinking about getting out of the market, taking your profit on the rebound, on Nasdaq, on S&P. Okay, Tesla, same way. Tesla looks like it's you got a 3-wave move, boom, boom, boom. Okay, we got a 3-wave move, looking for potentially one more high, maybe. But if we don't get that, no problem. And I'm just looking for this to start working its way down. We got 3, looking for 3 to the downside, something like that for Tesla. So I'm bearish on Tesla for now. I think there's a real chance that was a 3-wave correction, and that we're getting ready to head back to the downside. We'll have to see what develops here, because this could develop bullishly, something like this. That could happen, right? But right now this looks very 3-wave-ish, and you have to be skeptical of that, and you have to see the market has broken structure on the 3-day. Actually, not yet. It hasn't broken on the 3-day. Not even the weekly. It hasn't broken there. So, and there's room for that to go up on the weekly or the 3 days. So this might want to come up and hit the high again, and it might come up and continue pulling back and continue pumping, right? But right now, the markets, the Nasdaq and the S&P, they both look a little bit dumpy right now, and they're threatening to the downside. So I'd watch out for that. All right, guys, I've pretty much overviewed the market here, guys. I've kind of shared all my ideas with Bitcoin I'm not feeling super well right now. But anyway, I will just recap here, and then we're gonna just call it a night. It's been kind of a short live tonight, but I think I've gotten all my information out to you. I'm looking for this to be potential bullish two ways. We could go and keep pumping to the upside, getting up to these to this liquidity zone right here at 30,000, 30,500, 30,600. We could just go up and do that, or we're going to be pumping up to about 29.6 tonight. Okay, pumping up here and then dumping, and then going up in a larger move like that. Okay, and that would be a big A, B, and C, and that's the next 2 weeks of price action that I'm betting on, or I'm expecting. So. All right, guys. I'm feeling pretty tired. Let's just call it a night and just say, thanks for jumping in and joining us tonight. Watch out for Bitcoin sideways action here. This could pump and dump tonight and then to tomorrow, and then we might get this pump to the upside that comes out of nowhere as well. So just this price action is real possible. So keep that in mind and bear that in mind and see what happens. But we could also pump from here for wave 2. But you're not talking about Casper Crypto World. I've never heard of Caspa. So anyway, all right, guys, have a great night. We're gonna call it a night here. Behave yourself and watch out for some Tricky here. Tricky, do a screenshot if you wanna take a peek at what I'm expecting here over the next little bit. So I'm looking for a pump up to this range. That's what I'd like to see ideally, and then a dump down to here, followed by a major pump. Okay. I'll do one quick look it up for you real fast. ASPA. Oh yeah, it's pumping pretty hard, isn't it? Yeah, who knows what the ceiling. Whenever that stops, guys, price is going to end up. So this may continue pumping, but here's the deal: this thing is going to eventually come all the way back down to its original price. So guys, keep that in mind. That's the way crap coins move. So watch out for that move. Okay. All right, guys. Y'all have a fantastic night. Y'all behave yourselves and have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.